Hello and welcome to Creating Cards with Alexandra. I'm Alexandra, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to make a card that is a version of basically the same thing as in the mini catalog. I was just flipping through and I saw this card and I thought it was so pretty, so I thought we would recreate it. And the reason we're kind of doing this today is just to kind of encourage you to look through your catalog and actually look at the samples that are made. These are made by Stampin' Up! Employees, and they're just absolutely beautiful. They're creative, and they really do give you a lot of ideas. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be using the Winter Meadow DSP paper pack. And then the first thing I did was I have a piece of, this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 piece of basic white. And I have this piece of the cardstock. This is 1 1/2 by 5 1/8. And I'm just going to put just a little tiny bit of adhesive down. And I'm going to go ahead and place this to where it needs to be. But I don't want it completely stuck down because as I place these little squares on here, I want to be able to tuck them behind here. So what I did was I took a piece of my DSP from the paper pack and I just cut 1-inch squares. So I just took a 1-inch slice of paper and then just cut that into little squares, 1-inch squares. So I have a bunch of little pieces here and I'll show you how I started. So I just took one of my squares, put some adhesive on the back, and angled it to the shape of a diamond. And I just kind of put it down right there in the middle. And that's going to be our starting point. So then basically all you do is just go around, and I'll keep with this kind of this diamond pattern, and I'll just keep going. So I'll start kind of in a line here, and then I'll fill in all the spaces. And of course you could do this with so many different papers that we have. And if you have a lot of these little pieces kind of hanging around, this would be a great pattern to do for that. Now, of course, I'm going off. This is a silicone mat, so it's okay. That'll just pick right up. So then as we go around the card and fill everything in, we'll just slice that off at the end. So then I'm just going to fill in those spots. And then this is where it's overlapping here, which I don't want. So I'll know that I'll just lift that up there. Excuse me. And then probably leaving about 1/8 of an inch in between these pieces. And I think I cut about 30 of these squares, which I'm sure will be plenty. Let's see if I actually need that there. Yep. This is pretty quick. You could use your liquid glue if you wanted to. I am not safe around liquid glue. I just make a mess. I was doing something this weekend with the liquid glue, and I get one little dot of glue on my finger and it just ruins everything. Okay, so we're kind of coming to the end on this. Okay, and then I think I'm going to put one right down there. There's a little corner showing. I'll go ahead and adhere this down. And then on these little pieces, I'll just use a little bit of liquid glue. And though I hate using the liquid glue because I make a mess of it, but this will just take these corners, so it won't leave any white space. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to flip this over, and then we're just going to cut this all off. And you can see that didn't take very long to put together. Okay, and then that's what we have left. Beautiful, beautiful card front. And you could probably mix and match your patterns as well. Like we could have flipped one over, had blue, and then that on the other side, and just kind of tile it through there. Okay, and then I have a little piece of this dazzle paper. This is about 1/8 of an inch. And we're just going to run a little bead of glue there and put that down. Right on the seam. My hands are going to get sticky because I got glue there. There we go, it's better. I'm just going to place a block on that just to hold it down. And then we'll go ahead and do the sentiment. So this I die cut. Now that there's this paper in this paper pack, so I die cut it. And I use the Nature's Prints. There's a little label die in here. So that's what I use for this. You could use any label, of course, any sentiment. And then we're going to use the Sending Love from the Winter Owls stamp set. So I have my Early Espresso and the Sending Love. We'll go ahead and put that right there in the middle. And then we'll pop this up. Some dimensionals here. So go ahead and take that block off. Go ahead and snip that gold paper. You could really have fun with this with all the different patterns, papers that we have. I'm going to put that about like there. And then I have a piece of blueberry bushel. This is 4 1/8. Nope, this is 4 by 5 1/4. It's just an 1/8 inch larger than the white panel. Go ahead and put that on there. Just have a little border peeking out. Okay, and we'll put that on our white cardstock. Okay, and then I made a little bow out of linen thread just to add a little extra. So I usually always double this thread. To make my bows. There we go. I'll just trim the ends. I'll use a little glue dot to put that down. Put that right in the corner of our sentiment. Okay, and then we have these dots. We'll put just a few of those on there, these faceted gems. So if you have a moment, just take some time to look through those catalogs. See if there's something in there that really catches your eye that you can just go ahead and case, or even just make it your own, kind of something along the same line. Like this one is not exactly the same as the one in the catalog, but obviously it's very similar, but then you can go ahead and make it your own. And then I just have a little piece of the designer series paper. This is just a 1/2 inch strip. And I'll put that on the panel for the inside just to carry it over. Okay, and there we go, our beautiful card for the day. So I really do encourage you to look through that catalog and see what you can create. So thank you so much for watching me today. I truly do appreciate your time spent with me. If you like this card and would like the description of everything used, I will have it linked in the description below, and then that would also take you straight over to my shopping page, which helps support me. So thank you so much and have a joyful day. Bye-bye.